Hello? 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 And welcome back to Cinnamon Leaf ASMR and Baldur's Gate 3. Last time I ended the episode with a little bit of a ramble rant on where we should go next. Just to remind you, we're kind of done in this section of the map now, more or less. If there's anything that you know about this game that I'm missing over here, feel free to tell me, we still have some free space down here to walk around and figure out if we want. We have some stuff in the swamp, and we have the goblin camp, and we have a space down here under the well. As we know, there's something under the well that we haven't explored as much as we could, not by far. And we have up here the Risen Road that we haven't explored very far. What I would lean towards is something that I actually never do. I usually do this section last, I said that last time. But what I would lean towards now is to actually go towards the goblin camp, because I think there's a bunch of stuff there that we could do that's just like dipping our toes into the goblin camp. Doesn't mean that we have to do very much there. So I would lead us there. I would probably like walk instead of fast traveling. I would like walk through here and then over there. And maybe if I find the way. Do you know the way? That's an old meme, I'm sorry. But because last time when we walked down there where we met Auntie Ethel and the two guys, nothing in the hunter stash, we walked the other way. So we actually haven't gone here. Actually, can I go down here? I think so, yeah. So we've never actually gone down here, so there's a bit of the map that I would like to explore here. Also, let me know if you like our setup right now with the three of them. That was beautiful, Gail. What stunts? Oh, bone caps. Because this is my usual group. I usually play the entire game with these people. Sometimes I switch around a little, but I feel like this is a pretty popular group as well. And that was a weird... Ooh, that's why there's a bone cap here. Because they're meant to grow near carcasses. Oh. Oh. Fun. A burrow with a backpack. Let's take it. Let's go latest. There is a scroll of gust of wind, malachite, and some money. Very nice. And now we have another backpack that we can use for sorting. So that's pretty cool. Actually, we do have the book, so we could also do that right now. A little bit of sorting. I would not put the story items in there, like the orange framed story items, but the rest, letters and books, can absolutely go in there. And while I just realized we got some scrolls, I want to see if Gale has some scrolls he can learn from. Yes, he can learn Gust of Wind that we just found and Gaseous Form. But that's level 3 and we haven't leveled that far, so. But that's cool. Gust of Wind for him. Very nice. Also, maybe let's do... Oh, we should long rest actually soon. Interesting. I think we should long rest once before we go to the goblin camp. Everyone's failing perception. Was there something here? Or was that the burrow that we already saw? I'm not sure. I don't think we can go down here, even though this looks very inviting. This looks actually visually very close to where I grew up. We grew up like, basically the house was here, and we don't live there anymore because there was a flood. One could have known, but It was really pretty, very inviting to like climb down here and be in here. But let's see. There's all these hunter stashes, but I think they're all empty. I think they're meant to lead us to corners of the map. I've talked about that before. That I feel like this game does that, where it gives you empty things that you see if you press, what is that? Is it Alt? Command? Something? That you see if you press that, and then you walk there, and then there's something else there, which is cool. Smart. Smart, smart. Okay, now this is where we met the two guys and Ethel, which is why this does not look inviting anymore. But I think that is basically... I mean, I guess we could have walked further here. Do I want to do that? Maybe. Yeah, maybe actually. Let's go a bit back, so we can actually complete the map there. Yeah, back to what I was talking about. I was talking about how, let me know if you don't like this group, but the reason why I usually have them, the three of them, is that Karlek is extremely/incredibly helpful in battle, and Gale is too, but he's also the love of my life, so that's why he's here. There was nothing here. This is still cute. Maybe a cute space to long rest. And then Astarion is super helpful for sneaky stuff, and then I usually play a character that goes well with the three of them in terms of what else we might need, and that's usually a bard, because we would need someone with lots of charisma in this group, because none of them have particularly high charisma, but it's fine for us as well. Wisdom isn't super high with these people either, so we're gonna do a long rest, even though we don't necessarily need one right now. We have some spell slots that we gotta restore, but not that many. But we should still do it because we don't have short rests anymore, and we want to go to the goblin camp next, so let's do a long rest over here. Nice. Gale wants to talk to us. I was kind of hoping for that, I'm not gonna lie. So we look really cute in our camp clothes. They look really good on the on the gnome body. Very cute. Hello, Gale. What do you have to say? I mean, I know what he has to say, but I'm excited for this scene. I really like it. Hello, Gale.
Just what I need.
Hello. What do we say? We can either say cut it out, that spell of yours is attracting mosquitoes, or who is that, or pretty. Let's say pretty. She's pretty.
Oh. My, you startled me. It's miles away.
Honey. The figure you conjured, who is she? Someone you miss? Or is everything alright? Someone you miss is a very beautiful sentence, I think. But I think I'll just ask it generally. Is everything alright?
Of course. I was just practicing an incantation.
Okay. We can say if you say so, or I'll leave you to it then, good night. Or we can say there's more to it than that. The figure I saw, she means something to you. And that's an insight check, which I think we're okay at. We're okay at. Great. So, 5. Okay, we're gonna be fine. I saved anyway. That was a horrible roll, but still good enough.
She does. She's Mistra. I can't quite describe it. The need I sometimes feel to see her. To draw the filaments of fantasy into existence. No sculpture or painting could ever do her justice. Only the fabric that she herself is and embodies. The weave. Mistra is all magic. And as far as I'm concerned, she is all creation.
Wow. You deluded, Gale. There's more to life than one goddess, or you sound like a smitten schoolboy, or I didn't realize the depth of your devotion. I like that sentence. I didn't realize the depth of your devotion, Gale.
Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like music, poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Would you like to experience this?
Absolutely. I mean, we sometimes do magic, but it's different. It's a nature-based magic. Yes, I would.
Then follow my lead.
Whoa, that stare.
Now you.
Sleight of hand, imitate the gesture quickly and decisively. Arcana, imitate the gesture slowly and as precisely as you can. Performance, imitate the gesture with a flourish, or actually, never mind. We have dexterity. So it's all interesting. Why is all of this dexterity? That's kind of interesting. Why is the performance roll a dexterity roll? Like, why is that? Seems like a bug. But I think slowly and precisely is kind of where our character would go. Yeah, there we go. These are not super hard checks, so we'll be fine.
You feel something strange, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran mistraril kantrak eo.
Athran misraril kantrach eo. Slowly but carefully, you sense power in these words. Speak them deliberately, or repeat the words bold and proud. Or I just like tongue twisters. Not super tongue twistery. This is charisma. That makes sense. It's a performance check. This is wisdom. This is intelligence. So let's do arcana, which is wisdom. Nice. Once again, we're rolling bad, but it's alright. It's enough.
Suddenly, the scent of rose water and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony, as true as you can.
Okay. What do we think? That's too abstract. We're ignoring this. History. Think of the here and now, this unexpected moment of learning. Nature. Picture a place of utter peace, away from all harm and the mayhem of civilization. Insight. Recall a memory of early youth, a happy family moment. Or performance. Try to hum a familiar tune. We're going nature. I think we are a druid and a forest gnome. I think it fits. Nice. We have nature proficiency, and yeah, we'll be fine. Very nice.
You see, or is it sense, the presence of a woman. The woman who hovered over Gale's palm. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss. than the pleasure of being cloaked in peace. You are safe. You are nestled in the cup of Mistra's hand.
You did it! You're channeling the weave. How does it feel?
Lovely. It feels like a good time to call it a night. Effortless, you're a wonderful teacher. Magical, sensual even. I think the sensual is kind of weird. Let's go effortless, you're a wonderful teacher. But also I'm realizing that this entire scene is very relaxing. It's almost like a meditation, which I think is cool. Effortless, you're a wonderful teacher.
Oh, I know.
Sweetheart.
The weave connects you. The moment feels intimate.
Imagine me maniacally cackling. I'm not gonna do that into your ears right now. You're in no mood to be close to Gale. I'm always in the mood to be close to Gale. A satisfying end to a wondrous experience. It's time to let go. Hold on to the moment. It's a good night for intimacy.
You realize the weave is making you one. You have but to imagine your desire, and Gale will know it.
We can picture horrible things. We can picture a hearty meal with Gale, food and friendship flowing between us. We can picture a romantic walk, our hands slipping within Gale's. Or we can picture kissing him with tenderness and then with passion. I mean, I like this one because friendship, but let's go more romantic. I think we don't need to passionately kiss the guy. We've met him like a week ago. Let's go picture a romantic walk. Your hands slipped within Gale's.
I didn't think.
You perceive quick-fire gusts of embarrassment, trepidation, and finally, elation.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting. But it is a pleasant image, to be sure. Most pleasant, in fact. Most welcome.
The weave evaporates.
Cute.
And as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
That was very, very cute, although it did for a second look like that light just jumped in between his legs. Let's not think about that any further. But that was very cute. And I actually, that first line that he says at the end about how quickly things, like when he like makes that noise, like the, oh, there it goes. And then like how quickly things slip away, no matter how hard they were to obtain. That's one of my favorite lines of his, because I feel like the first, the oh, is so perfectly voice acted as like true devastation at having lost something important. And I think this is great foreshadowing for his later, like this entire scene is great foreshadowing for his later plot line. Oh, okay. I wonder if this episode is just gonna be me talking to people, because sleeping always does that.
Soldier?
But I wanted to, because we have so much stuff still to talk about with her. Why not, you know? You and Mizora seem to know each other. How?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. She favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
No. Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
That makes sense. This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
So much has happened, I can barely remember what life was like before the abduction. I'd be in the middle of another adventure, blessedly free of any tadpole, or I'd be back in my home, not a care in the world. I think we're playing her more as a character who was more of a homebody before this, so I'd be back in my home.
Oh man, lucky you. That's the dream. Maybe when this is all done, you can show me where you came from. My family home's long gone, but I'll show you my favourite chow hall in the city, if it's still standing.
There was more to talk about with her here. I wonder, we can go back to that at a later point. Do you have something to say, Shadowheart?
I hope Mazora flies into the blades of a windmill for what she did to Will. Though, I must admit, the new look is a little dashing.
That's cute. She thinks it's odd. Okay, now let's leave her be. She doesn't want to tell us her secrets, so let's leave her to them. Hello, honey. How are you doing? That's cute.
Need something?
You could feed on me tonight if you'd like.
My sweet, there is nothing I'd like more. I'll come to you tonight, when you're snugly wrapped in your bedroll, and we can have a little privacy. And this time, I'll make sure I'm quiet. We don't want to disturb your rest. But I will taste you, savor you, just enough to give me strength, and just enough to leave you wanting more.
Okay. Looking forward to that. Lae'zel, you've got anything to say?
The Blade of Frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony, but I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of his. The Blade's sting is real.
Cool. Now, Will, anything to say?
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
I know, honey. Tell me, Will, how did you come to be the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse blared into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
That's very sweet. What act could be finer than saving a life? You must have felt proud, or whatever became of the boy, I wonder. Let's ask that.
I left him with his uncles. 5 years on, and he's flourishing. If only every child was so lucky. I mourn the ones I could never save, whose cries I never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
Sweet. Because we're Baldurian, we can say that we know that before, like that we knew that before, the name. So yeah, it's nice to finally put a face to the name.
And it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
That's so sweet. How in the hell did you get involved with Misora?
The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Misora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Misora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Okay, we'll believe that. Also, while we're in this corner, I realized that I kind of don't like the look of the piercings on our character.
Seems simple enough.
I don't know why, they just kind of don't work for me. So, let's change that. Maybe this will be a more chill episode of us just walking towards the goblin camp and sleeping and stuff. We're so pretty. But I feel like the rendering on the light is like not that good on these, so they look kinda weird. Where's that again? It's body art. So I mean these are borrowed rings, so they don't really fit the vibe. I think these are the base game ones, so they're not going to be as interesting, but I think we could make something like this happen and make it cooler. Technically, I guess something like this kind of works for a druid, but I kind of think this one stud ring kind of looks a little weird. None. Okay, so we're through the normal stuff then. I mean, this is always cute because it's just a druid thing, but let's try and find something that we like. If I click through this for 500 years, this is what you signed up for. The keys are cool. The key combination is also really cool. But they don't really fit us, I think. These are actually kind of cool. They kind of make sense for the design right now as well. Let's remember those. Feathers set 2. Set 1, I don't know if I like as much. Set 2, I think I like more. Even though this piercing doesn't quite fit the eyebrow perfectly. This, like, you know, that isn't how it's supposed to fit. It's just one feather, that's also kind of cute. And that's 2. Kind of like the feathers right now. That's the unicorn situation. That's cute because it has these piercings rather than like the ones on the ears themselves. These are all like evil looking. I'm not sure about those ones. That's moon stuff. Shells is cool, but we're not really an oceany character. Or I don't think so, at least. Mermaids. Calarderan? No, I don't think so. Devotion. Hearts, these are huge. These are all religions that we don't belong with. This is all normal piercings. That's just glass. These look like the Sims thingies. The plumb bobs. That's a lot. Oh, and these hoops I didn't like. I remember not liking these hoops. I think I would like these without necessarily all the other stuff. if that's a thing. Let's see. Kind of like that. But I always like those. The dirks, I think those are cool. Those are cool. If we don't find anything I like, we'll just go back to nothing. But I think we'll find something. Just a bunch of lip piercings. And glasses. We look kind of weird with glasses, and that monocle is broken. See, I kind of like Swamp Wizard. I think we were already discussing that in the beginning. And then I didn't go for that because it had too many. Once again, I always like the Turks. This is riveting content right now. Imagine me making contemplative noises. Okay, so we're back at the beginning, I think. The normal stuff. So, how about we go for the feathers? I liked the feathers. Let me just activate my fast clicking. There, feathers. We have just one or two, or a set. I did like this set. Thought that was cool. With this looks cool with our ear. Let's try this one. Let's try this one and see if we like it, or just one feather. I kind of like that too. Like on that side, just one feather. It's kind of cute. Let's go with that one. We just took our piercings out. Normal development as an adventure. Okay. Now I think we're ready to go to sleep. Let's sleep. Cool. What food do we want to make? As a reminder, I always like to make meals out of this. It's my most fun. I just like it. We are not eating the Owlbear egg. I'm offended that it's even suggested. What are we feeling? Nuts, cheese, and berries. I think that sounds good. Nuts, cheese, berries. I'm missing a bit still, so maybe some sausage with that. Maybe. Some sausages, cheese, nuts, berries, and then we gotta find a wine that we like with it. This is 4, 6. Okay, so maybe we do one Frost Kiss Ale and another for just one. Maybe an ale means it's a beer, right? So maybe we add a pitcher of beer. Isn't an ale a beer? I think so. Yes, let's do that. Forest. And we sleep, and at some point in the night, Astarion bites us. Which is why now we are once again bloodless. But that's alright. Does anyone want to talk to us? No, not right now, but I think we can check in with Gale. We could cast Lesser Restoration on ourselves. So that we're not bloodless anymore. Nice, because this is an always prepared one That means we can always do it once per short rest, so that doesn't even take spell slots. Very good. So let's check in with Gale.
I do enjoy our conversations. What do you need?
You are so brightly lit. Let's say, ooh, I haven't even looked at these bracers. They look really cool. I think with the feathers, we have a very druidic vibe now, and this fits with our hair. I'm a great fan. I wonder if these look different on different characters, because these are the like gauntlets from Zevlor, and I don't think they look like that usually. Maybe they do, but I don't remember them looking like that. I love the detail also of them being like these rings being tied like that. I never realized it was so easy to cast magic.
I assure you it's not. Don't get me wrong, you did well. The somatic component, the verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mistra in. But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much and arduous study. Yet it is life's most worthy pursuit in my impartial, if not humble opinion.
I wish we could say something about being a druid here, because if you're a sorcerer or if you are also a wizard, you can talk to him more specifically about what kind of magic and stuff, and like if you're a bard, you can also be like, yeah, I do channel the weave too. But we do it differently. I wish there was like a specific dialogue option for like, hey, we also do magic, it's just different, but it's fine. There's so many dialogue options in this game. So what did you think about what I pictured when we were connected by the weave?
Oh, I was surprised, but pleasantly so. Just like I said, amid the madness that has befallen us, it seems almost out of place to think of a romantic walk. And yet, now more than ever, it's important to recall what makes us human. Well, you know what I mean. A stolen glance, that sudden heartbeat. Sometimes the little things are worth more than kingdoms. They promise things to come.
Cute. I love that line of like, it's what makes us human. Well, you know what I mean? Because I think he only says that if you're not human, like our character is not human. I think that's very sweet. Okay. So that's that. Locked our boy in, at least the first step. I think otherwise we're done for the day. Not for the day, for the night. Oh.
A hypothetical question for you. If someone, not me, of course, detected a hint of romantic interest in them from another unnamed individual, what might that someone do about it?
Whoever it is, just talk to them, Gale, and leave out the hypotheticals.
Talking, right. I'm good at that.
I am grinning from ear to ear right now. I love that dialogue. I usually get it way later, but this is a good moment for it. Oh, that's a berry bush. Yay. I just think it's so cute. I love that the game adds stuff like that to make it feel fully like a group of friends traveling somewhere. Just like talking about crushes and romantic developments. I think that's so cute. Okay, and now to complete the map on this end, we go up here as well. And then we go past the goblins over here, I think. Somewhere over here, right? Yeah, we were up here, if you recall. That's where Volo's book was. Now I'm wondering if we should end this episode before we go to the goblin camp. I think so, maybe. Let's have a walk closer to it. This very clearly looks very goblin-y. So yeah, that's complete. Well, actually we haven't gone here apparently. Let's just walk around the corner here. Don't think there is much, but let's walk around it anyway. There's some mugwort.
I'll need more pockets.
Nice. Oh.
What's that?
Fun. Wonder if I've ever seen that. Probably, but I love the way the Faith Warden. Ooh, nice. I love the way the Faith Warden staff. What's it called? Pale oak glows. It's very pretty. Is this new to us? Like, does Gale need some spells? You can do blur. Nice. It's very cool. Obviously, one could also keep these to just cast them because you can also cast from them like a one-off. But I like to just give all of them to Gale so that we have them at our disposal always. There's some more mugwort. And up here is the... what's it called? The windmill that we saved my favorite NPC from. Cool, okay. So now we have completed the map around the Blighted Village. Very acutely, actually. So let us... oh, is there honey? We haven't collected it. And I guess I'll just give you guys an outlook on next time. Even though this episode is basically just talking and me selecting a new piercing. But I think this is a good point to stop before we go into the camp. And I have a bit of stuff to do, so let's make this a shorter episode. And next time we'll go into the goblin camp. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, even though not much happened. And there was a little bit of relaxation in there even with Gale. We can have a cheeky, quick little check for our relationship right now. It's exceptional at 84. We love that. We're at 24 with Astarion, and with Karlak we're at 28, so she already surpassed him. That's because he dropped, I think, a few, because we made some choices that he didn't like. Oh well, whatever. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that whatever you do next, it goes super, 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 super well. And if that is sleeping, sleep well. Sweet dreams. And good night.